In this video, we'll talk about how to find the equation of a parabola given the vertex and the directrix. So let's work through a couple examples. Let's say we're told that the vertex of some parabola is located at 4, -4. And let's say we're told that the directrix is located at the line x is equal to 6. How can we find the equation of this parabola using this information? Well, when we're working with these types of problems, it really helps if we can create a quick graph just to visualize the situation. So the vertex is 4, -4, so let's plot that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's our vertex, 4, -4. And we're told that the directrix is the line x is equal to 6. So remember, a directrix is a line, it's not a point. So 5, 6. So the directrix is this line right here. X is equal to 6. So recall that a vertex will always open away from the directrix. So that means our parabola opens up like this. Or in other words, it opens to the left. So the equation that we're going to use is going to be this equation right here for a parabola that opens left or right. Y minus k squared is equal to 4p times x minus h. So we need to figure out what are the values for k, p, and h. Well, the vertex has the coordinates h, k. So our vertex would be 4, -4. So h is 4 and k is -4. And then we just need to figure out what is p. Well, p is the distance that we have to travel from the vertex to the focus. So we know that the vertex is located directly in between the directrix and the focus. So to go from the vertex to the directrix, we would have to add 2. And to go from the vertex to the focus, we would have to subtract 2 in this direction. So the focus is going to be right here. If we want, we can label it as 2, -4. Whoops, 2, -4. So P is the distance that we have to go from the vertex to the focus. Well, we just said we have to subtract 2. So P is a -2. And that makes sense because whenever we have a parabola that opens left, the value for P will be negative. So we know P and we know H and K, so we can write our final answer as this form of y minus k squared. So we have y minus, so we said that k is a -4. So if we subtract a -4, that's +4. So y plus 4 squared is equal to 4 times p. We just found that p is -2. So we'll plug that in for p. And then we have x minus h. So we said that h is a 4. So x minus 4. So our final answer, we get y plus 4 squared is equal to 4 times -2 is -8. And then we have times x minus 4. And we can leave it in that form as our final answer. So given just the vertex and the directrix, we were able to write this equation of the parabola. All right, let's try one more example. Let's say we're told that the vertex of a parabola is located at 0, 0, and the directrix is located at the line y is equal to -2. So let's visualize this situation. The vertex is 0, 0. So that's the origin right here, 0, 0. The directrix is the line y is equal to -2. So that would be right here. Y is equal to -2. How can we write the equation of this parabola? Well, once again, we need to recognize that the the parabola opens away from the directrix. So it will open up in this direction, away from the directrix. So we have a parabola that opens up, so we'll be using this first equation right here. So we need to figure out what is h, what is k, and what is p. Well, remember, the vertex has the coordinates h, k. So we know that h is 0, and k also turns out to be 0 in this example. So now we just need to figure out, well, what is p? Well, p is the distance from the vertex to the focus. So the vertex is directly in between the directrix and the focus. So the distance from the vertex to the directrix is 2. So that means we need to go 2 in this direction to figure out what's the focus. So that would be add 2, we would get to 0, 2. So P, in this case, this distance right here is a positive 2. It's the value that we have to add to get from the vertex to the focus. So P is equal to 2. And that makes sense that it's positive because when we have a parabola that opens up, P will be positive. So we have everything that we need to write our final answer. We have x minus h squared. So we said h is 0. So x minus 0 squared is equal to 4 times P. We just found that P is equal to 2. And then we have times y minus k. Well, k is also 0. So if we simplify, we get x minus 0 squared, so that's just x squared, is equal to 4 times 2 is 8. And then y minus 0, that's just y. So we have 8 times y. So this will be our final answer. X squared is equal to 8y. This is the equation of the parabola that we were able to find given just the vertex and the directrix.